Today's story is called The Weird Goat. Okay? The Weird Goat. A long time ago, in another land, in another place, they used to believe things that are different than what we believe now. Back then, they believed that the gods, many gods, controlled the whole world. There's the god of the sun, the god of the trees, the god of the water, the god controls rain. They believed all these things. So, when you believe these things, that there's such a powerful being or spirits or angels, you want to worship them so that they will give you more of the good stuff, right? But back then, they believed, and I'll ask you later if this is right or wrong, they believed that the best way to worship their God was to give valuable animal sacrifice. So they would raise chickens and ducks and sheep and goat and big animals, and they would raise them, and then they would kill them and give the blood to the gods. And they would think that if they give the animal's dead body to the gods will eat the animal somehow and bless them with everything that they want. This was the belief back in those days, right? Now, one day, a regular man, he had some sons, and he wanted some good luck. So what was he going to do? He's going to make an animal sacrifice. So he got a goat, and he says, "My sons, take the goat to the river and wash it so that when it comes back, it'll be clean for the sacrifice." And so they took the goat to the water. And the two boys were washing the goat, right? All of a sudden, the goat started laughing. Ha 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 ha. And the two boys are like, "Did you know goats can laugh? This is very weird. Why is this goat laughing?" And then all of a sudden, the goat started crying. Just started crying and tears running down his eyes and started crying. And the two boys looked at each other and says, "That's even more weird. So goats can laugh and cry?" And so they asked the goat. They said, "Mr. Goat, I heard you laughing. I heard you crying. Why?" And the goat could talk. And he said to the two boys, "If you want to know, I will tell you. But you have to ask me in front of your father." And the boys were like, "Okay." So they took the weird goat home and said, "Father, this goat, the goat that we're going to sacrifice, he's really weird. He can laugh and cry like a human being." And the father's like, "What? That's weird. Goats don't laugh and cry." And he's like, "Well, if we asked you in front of him, then he would tell us." And so the father went to the goat and said, "Mr. Weird Goat, I heard you were laughing and crying. Can you explain yourself?" And the goat says, "Yes, I can. Please listen. A long time ago, around 500 lives ago, 499 to be exact, I used to be a rich man. I wasn't always a goat. I used to be a really rich man. And I believed, like you, in animal sacrifice. And I sacrificed a goat. I cut off his head and offered it to the gods. And because of my stupidity and my wrong thinking, I had to go to hell for many lives. And then my punishment after that was I had to be reborn as a goat and have my head cut off 500 times. The father was like, "What?" And he's like, "But then I don't understand. Why are you laughing then? That sounds horrible." He says, "I'm laughing because this is my 500th life. After you kill me this life, my crime and my punishment is done. I'm finally going to be free and I can be reborn as a human again. I'm laughing because even though it's going to suck, I get to be free from my bad karma." And the father says, "I'm so happy for you. This is life number 500. That's so great. You're going to be free." Wait a minute. You said you were crying too, so why were you crying? The weird goat said, "I'm crying because now I just realized that you are about to make the same mistake that I did. You believe in the same stupid thing that I believed. You're about to kill me and cut off my head. and then you're going to go to hell, and you're going to become a goat for 500 lives and get your head cut off for I cried because I know how painful it is. I know how horrible it is. And I cried because now I see you will have to do it too. And the father's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to be a goat and get my head cut off 500 lives. What do I do? He says, well, then don't do the karma. And the father says, okay, you know what? You're a very special goat. You're not a weird goat anymore. You're a special goat. You're smart. You can talk. You can think. You can remember your past lives. I will protect you. And in this life, you will not die with your head cut off. And the goat says, that's very nice of you to think that way and to want to help me. And I appreciate it. But no one can prevent karma that already started. Somehow it will happen. And the father said, no, it's not going to happen. So they took the goat and put it into a nice field where there's nothing around, put a nice fence, and had guards guarding the goat every day. Gave him good grass to eat, good water, good food, to protect the goat every day so that he would not die. But the question is, can you escape karma that you already created? No. So all of a sudden one day, there was a random thunderstorm, and the lightning hit on top of the mountain, and a big rock fell down the mountain and bounced really far and landed right on the goat's neck, and his head fell off, and he died. And then there was a dewa, which is like an angel, who lived in a tree nearby, and he saw the whole thing. And he said, the father came out with the sons and said, oh my gosh, we promised to protect the goat, and he still died. And the dewa said, once karma has been created, there's nothing you can do to run away. The smart people will not create bad karma because of the bad consequences. When you do bad things and bad things follow, you want it to stop, but you can't get it to stop because you have to pay for the whole crime. So the smart people will not do the bad things. Does that make sense? If you don't do the bad thing, then there's no crime. You don't have to pay for anything. But once you do the bad thing, you have to wait for the whole penalty to be over. And so that is why good things are worth doing. Bad things are not worth doing. And so my question to you, can you do a good thing by doing evil first? If you kill an animal and then offer it to the monks, is that considered a good action or a bad action? What do you guys think? But what about the thought of wanting to give? You want to give. Is that a good or a bad thing? The desire to give is a good thing. But are you giving something that's good or bad? You're hurting an animal to give to the monks or to give to your gods. That cannot be a good thing. Just like, can you steal money and then donate it to the temple? No. You could do it, but then it would be bad and good mixed together. That's not worth it. It's better to just do good and then do a good thing together and get double good. What makes more sense? Would you do bad and bad? Would you do bad and good? Or would you do good and good? What gives the best results? Does that make sense? Okay, Satu?